Chief Otieno here. How are you doing? How are you doing? I am Chief Otieno, born from Kenya, East Africa. I came to the U.S. at the tender age of 8. And along this journey, it has had lots of fun. It has had lots of sadness. It has had lots of introspective looks into what am I actually here for. And recently, almost about 2 years ago, my grandmother passed away. And before my grandmother had passed, I was helping take care of her because I had just got back into Africa in 2013 once I had got married and took my wife and my son up there to basically get the blessings. And the last elder that was around was my grandmother, my Donnie. And so on this journey, I've had to find different ways of what my purpose was. As Nipsey Hussle once said, find your purpose or you are wasting air. And did not want to waste air. I do not want to let this opportunity that I've had being in the U.S. go away. There's been many Africans who have made this trek to the United States, or whether it's London or whatnot, and their family members back home have prayed for years, and they have planted these type of prayers, and sometimes it gets answered, sometimes it has not gone answered. So somewhere along my journey, I wanted to figure out, am I bearing the fruits that my grandparents, my parents, my community members planted when they sent me and my family off to the United States. So my grandmother eventually ended up passing away in 2020 during the pandemic, and I found myself in a long depression to where I just was not answering to anybody. I was just, for almost 2 years, just in prayer, figuring out what was it. One of those reasons was I felt like, man, I did not get a chance to let my Donnie see exactly what I came to the U.S. for, right? I did not make it to the NFL, okay? I did not make it to the Major League Baseballs. I did not become an astronaut. All these ideals that you put on yourself when you're young and you're going for these goals. So, but before she passed, I was able to feed her, okay? I was able to get her a bed where she was able to sleep comfortably. I was able to send her food and money. And that was something I kind of would joke about as, like, how some people pay their child support bills out here in the States. I was like, I'm paying my grandmother's support bill. And that gave me a lot of, pride and joy. So I went to go see her at the burial, at the funeral in Kenya in 2020 during the pandemic. And ever since then, I was never able to cry. I felt like there was still more to be done. All right. I felt like I had started something. And so this past year, there was a Kenyan elections going on. And a spirit told me, go get the blessings. Go get the blessings of your great uncle, Raila Odinga, and get started on your journey, young man. As he has been going on his journey trying to become president, I think this was the 5th time, I wanted to start my journey. And so I went to go get the blessings of the elders, as I've always done, to say, hey, this journey is long. I don't know where it's going to go, but I think at this time I'm finally able to just say, hey, man, I'm going to let this light shine. I'm going to go on this journey. I'm going to go on this road, whether it's myself or not. And so as Christ said, the harvest is plenty, but the laborers are few. When I got to Kenya, one of my distant relatives, through my other family members, was able to reach out to me. And again, I'm always answering whenever I can. The Spirit told me, I invite him over. He ended up coming through. He was able to come with me to go witness some very amazing things in Kenya. And After being in Kenya, I had to rush back to America because my middle son was going to the Junior Olympics. The Junior Olympics. So I had to cut my trip short in Kenya while my great distant uncle was campaigning to become the president of Kenya. My middle son was going to his first Junior Olympics at 6 years old in the 8 and under division for shot put. He ended up becoming the 28th, best shot putter in the country so far. But I wanted to make sure on this journey that I'm going through, I'm able to fulfill a few things. And that is taking care of family, being a present father, and becoming a beacon of light for my brothers, other young men, the men that will be following behind me, the young ones, my sons. I want to make my parents proud. I want to make my Donnie proud. I want to make my community proud. So I had to come back, but then I started a few projects. So you're going to see some of those projects coming up because we found a few laborers of love, a few laborers of the hustle man love. And so they were able to finally, after all these many trips, kind of get a scope of what I've been wanting to do. So with your assistance through supporting us all over, I do want to say thank you to my friends over at Intellectual Ballers. They have afforded me the ability to use my gifts and my talents to record their high school rise. You will be seeing those boys soon. Young Kevin Patton Jr. and young Kalai Patton and the rest of the Patton boys, the Patton family. They've afforded me the opportunity to record their journey, and that was able to allow me to be able to go back home and take care of some of my people. And so with anything that I do over at hustleman.com, I always look back to take care of my people. So I want to just say thank you to them. But you go ahead and watch this video. After you watch it, feel free to reach out back to me and see whichever way you can help us support our village. So I'm gonna give it up to my man, Kevin, back in Kenya, right? He is continuing this journey, and as we continue going, we're going to meet many young, great African men, women who are showing and sharing their light as well. That's all I want to do. So this year, on my 42nd year, I want to let my light shine. I want you to let your light shine, and go support us at hustleman.com and watch the video. Let me know what you think. Thank you, and God bless. The Hustle Man.